There I am. Hello, everybody, and welcome in. I don't know. Trying different things, so hopefully you guys see me, but welcome in, everybody. We got some grubby goodness going on today, so let me see how we all look over here. I'm on my tablet today, so I'm hoping that I could see comments a little bit better. And I was seeing them yesterday, so just gonna tag a few people. Well, come on in, you guys. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I know you guys are still kind of stuck in the snow over there, but I need to add some grubby pieces to the boutique just to fit everybody in. So we're going to be doing some grubby pieces today. Hello, Lynn. Good morning, Susan. I don't know why my @followers doesn't ever work. Okay, Juana's went down the list and tagged everybody, so hopefully that's gonna work. But welcome in, everybody, to Emily's Upcycled Home. We got some grubby goodness going on, and I'm going to show you guys some crafting goodness inspired by my girl Andrea over at the Cutest Little Things, because we're going to bring out her little grubby jar. So if you guys haven't picked one of these up, go grab some from her. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Lynn. How are you? Hello, Teresa. How are you, my gal? Hello, Lynn. The other Lynn S. Catherine, welcome in. So, you guys, we are going to make, let me go grab one. The other one sold, so I have one left. So you guys, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little wheat bread. And we're going to make another one to put on here without using foam, you guys. So we're going to do this without using foam and just using some regular piece that we have. Now this is the egg carton piece. It's on the bottom, so I thought it looked like a little piece. You can also make this look cast iron, but I like the brown tone, so I'm going to show you how to do this, you guys. Hello, Denise. Denise is in here. Hello, my gal. Hope you're driving. Sanchez. Hello, gal. How are you? So you guys ready for that? So you're gonna need your little cutting board. You could get these on Amazon. You're gonna need your little crate or whatever you decide to put it in. Mind you, this is just the top of on my little egg piece. I'm gonna use 2 pieces of our liners for our coffee liner, and then I'm going to use some paper. You also need some muslin fabric. This one is already stained, but we are going to deepen that stain. And then for our top little wheat, like little sprinkles, I am just using some sawdust, you guys. You're also going to need your Mod Podge and your grubby goodness. Hello, Kitty. How are you? Hello, Tiffany. I loved your pillow, girl. Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? I feel like I could see comments better. I could see everything that's going on better. So this is what, oh, and you're gonna need your string and all that stuff, goodness, to decorate it up. But we are going to go ahead and grab our little crate. And I should have put, well, I guess I need to talk more because I forgot to turn. I did clean my space though. I forgot to turn on my done, because you're going to need your hot glue gun. Let's go ahead and plug that in so it can get hot. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Deanna. Everybody's saying hi. So who's snowed in? Who's not snowed in? Who's expecting more snow? Like, what's going on? Is the lighting okay here? Is it kind of bright for you guys? Okay, so we're going to take the first one, and this is what's going to line the bottom. We're going to go ahead and line the bottom, and we are also going to glue the bottom here, and we're just going to tuck that in like that, but we're waiting for my tool to get hot. And you're going to need your heat tool of whatever to grubby it up and, you know, do the thing. I forgot to put a paper down. It's not going to work. We're going to make a hot mess too. No snow. You want a little bit though? I don't want any snow. I'd rather just drive through the snow. Okay. Go ahead and put this down. So we're just gonna go ahead and work. Light snow, some ice in Tennessee. Snow and ice here, roads bad. And another storm coming, wow. It's not ready, guys. 8 inches. I know there was, is 8 inches a lot for you? Or, I know a lot of people are getting a lot of snow. I'm glad you came on. I needed a break from organizing my room. Probably last a day or two. Yeah, girl, my craft room's never ending. It just doesn't, you know, doesn't stay where it's clean. And I know part of it's me is the problem because, you know, because I don't put stuff away. So I put glue on the bottom. And we are just going to tuck that in. And what we're going to use that for is just to help secure the loaf that we're going to create in here with our paper. Now, I'm going to have this long, like, packy paper. You guys, this is all from, like, when you get your packages. And I'm just going to kind of measure it to the size of my bread loaf or whatever pan you guys are using. And these will be cute too, like if you can just add them to a pan. So there's my little loaf there. I think that size looks good. I think I need to add a little bit more on that side. So I just roll the paper the other way. So then I'm just going to kind of maneuver that into that little cardboard piece that we have going on. And you want to shape it like your bread. Let's see how it's round. It's going round. I'm going to add a little bit of glue here. Okay, so this is what we got going on. So it's a little higher. And then I'm gonna take this other one, and that's what's gonna go on top. And we're just gonna kind of tuck that in. And that's gonna be the shape of our bread. You can also use that foam like Andrea uses, but I'm not. I didn't want to use foam, so I thought of a different way. I like the froze. I'd like the froze to death this morning packing up the kids. I bet you did, Denise. I bet you did. Yes. Okay, and then once you get it all tucked in, you're just gonna go ahead and add more glue around. And this is just kind of your layered base so that it takes the shape of your little bread that you want. And we're just making wheat bread because, you know, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so you guys see that? You could just squeeze and manipulate it how you want. So now that we have our bread shape going on, we're gonna come in with our cloth. And I am using muslin cloth. This one is my muslin cloth, but we are gonna deepen the tone because I want it darker. Snow on ice in Texas. Been stuck at home since Friday. Wow. Wow. Very creative. Creative, cute. Thank you. Okay, and then I'm just gonna like measure this to the size of our little bread. Hey Misty, how are you? We're doing some grubby. I'm showing you guys a different way to make little loaves of bread and stuff. You don't want to use the foam. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my top. And I like to lay that on first. I'm going to go ahead and tuck in the sides here. Just going around your bread and just tucking it like if you would kind of an upholstery piece. I'm going to do the sides and then I'm just going to stuff the corners in too. The bread already kind of smells good because this is, you know, cinnamon, what is it? Coffee stain bread, coffee stain muslin, so it's already there. Hello, Ruby, how are you? Thanks for the sprinkles. Yeah, if you guys could sprinkle me out, just help me out. Share out the goodness. And just go around and tuck, add glue, tuck, add glue, tuck, until you like it. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. And it doesn't have to be so perfect because my bread never comes. Well, let's be honest, I never bake bread. Hello, Angie, how are you? Okay, so this is what it's looking like. You guys could smooth it out, do whatever it is you need to do to make it look like you. And don't worry about like making it stuck because we're gonna come in and glue too some more. So there's that little piece. Now what you guys are going to do is you're gonna come in with your grubby mix, and I had mine from Andrea. Neat, thank you. You're also gonna need cinnamon, you guys. And we're just gonna coat that on. Mix your little seasonings because they get stuck at the bottom. And you kind of want that that crusty season and stuff on your piece. I think my brush has some paint in there. I'm just going to go ahead and brush it in. Ladies in the cold and snow areas, try to stay warm. Yes, bundle up. You guys see how that's looking already? You just kind of paint and do all that goodness to it. I did the little case too. Hello, Julie. Oh, this little bottom, I'll go ahead and talk you guys through it. This little bottom is actually the top of my little egg carton that I have. I didn't want the top, so that's what I'm using here. We went ahead and layered a coffee filter on the bottom, glued that to our base. We came in with just our simple packing paper, and we made a loaf style on top, and then we added another coffee filter on top of that to just hold that all encased. And then we topped it off with our muslin fabric here. And now we're coming in with our grubby jar from Andrea and adding our coffee grunge on it. I kind of want to get into all the little edges there too. And I am going to paint the outside. So if you guys don't want to run out and get the foam and all that stuff, and you guys don't really want to use the foam, you can do it this way. And I'm going to paint the carton just so that it gives it a strong smell. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add some heat to this one. Prayers for everyone. I missed a spot over here. You guys can even come in and grubby your piece before you guys want to do that. Yeah, we are making a little wheat bread. This is what we're making. And then we're going to put it on a little board. This one is in the boutique if anybody wants it. One of them sold already, so I have supplies for another one. So I thought I'd show you how I did it since I did this one off camera. Now I think it's cute too because if you have a tin that eventually you find, you can stick this whole thing in the tin. You know what I mean? It's just already set. You can use it like this or stick it in whatever vessel you want. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Misty. See, you guys, I can see my comments better. Okay, that's fairly dry. We just want it semi-dry. And then now we're gonna come in and make our little coffee podge, as everybody calls it. Hello, Tina. And I'm just gonna get some regular Mod Podge. And this is going to tint the Mod Podge, and it's going to make that glossy look on top of our bread. Price on the bread and the little cutting board is $20, you guys. You get this like this. And this is one that's listed in there. The other one already sold. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So if you want to head over to the boutique and grab that last one, you can. Just put sold on there. And maybe I might come out with some more breads because I like to mix up my boutique for all you guys. The grubby people, the shabby people, the cottage people. Those are kind of the three things that I kind of go in, and they all kind of have that same kind of feel to them with a little cottage vibe going on. All right, so this is... Hello, my sweet pea. Okay, so this is our Mod Podge. And then all I'm going to do is add some of my coffee grubby here. And you guys, this is, like I said, this is the little jar you get. She even has refills if you want to use that one. Or you can make your own refills after you get the smell down and all that stuff. And we are going to mix this. And what it's going to do is going to give us this little tint. And then I'm going to coat that on top. And it's going to look white. You can make your Mod Podge even darker. You'll take this, what, Angie? So I have my Mod Podge on there. There's like a string right here. Angie, if you want to claim one of these, just message me, please. If that's what you mean. And then I'm going to come in with my cinnamon. We're going to go ahead and add our cinnamon on top. And then you can add a little bit more of the Podgy Podge. Just kind of like sprinkle that on there. And this is where you're going to bake it with your heat tool. Okay. Put that in the water before. Hello, Lori. How are you? Sprinkle, thank you so much. Hello, Tina. If I can say Tina, hi to you. Cubby Hope Crafts, hello my friend. And we're gonna really just bake that in. And remember, each little goodie is gonna come out different. They're not gonna all look exactly the same. Do you see that caramelizing and smoke? Okay, so then after I do this, I add a little bit more Mod Podge on there. And then I'm going to come in with my sawdust. Okay, Angie, just message me. I'm going to need your info. I'm going to put a little bit right here. And then I just have my little sawdust that's going to look like my little wheat particles. And I'm going to sprinkle that all over. And then we're going to bake that again. And what's going to happen is the little wheat pieces, they're going to cook up too. I'm going to add some Mod Podge. Hello, Crafty Ladybug Lynn. Oh, this sounds so good. See how it's blistering too? can go ahead, if you don't like that light color that's on there, you can go ahead and come in with your little coffee grubness and put that on there. But there's the little wheat particles we did. It does look like. All right, so then we have to go ahead, and now that we're done, we're gonna put the glue in, and then we're gonna kind of taper it up so it has that little lip going on our piece. I got some glue over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side while I hold that side down. Cheryl, you like it? Somebody was asking about these grubby tins I did for a customer a while ago, and then I'm going to do the same thing for this size. So we're probably going to make some grubby tins too, because somebody wanted a video on it, and I have to rethink how I did it because that was a while ago. And then we're going to go ahead and fill in this side. And as everything dries, it's going to continue to look better and better. There we go. And you see how I have those little holes there? I went ahead and just added a little piece of muslin on there. So we're going to go ahead and do that on this side. You guys can even stamp this. I didn't stamp it, but you guys totally could if you wanted to. And I just think this adds a cute little detail anyway, because I probably would have added something on the sides anyway. And then let's just go ahead and glue here. Okay, you guys, but look, see how it looks baked? That's from that Mod Podge too. Thank you, Lucy, and hello, Lucy. How are you? All right, so we got our cute little bread, and if you want to come in darker here, you can. It didn't quite make it as dark. I think we're gonna work with that. So I'm gonna come in with a strip of lace because I'm just a little lace gal over here. She needs her lace. If I could find some. Okay, well, I don't have that lace, but I have some of this lace. So you could come in with some of this lace, even though it's a curly cute lace. Okay, so I'm going to go around here. We're going to tack that at the bottom. And then I'm going to go around. I'm probably going to add 2. Maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. That is so real, doesn't it? I'm learning, guys. I'm learning. And you just kind of make your own little doohickeys, you know? You make things yours. All right, and then I'm gonna come in, let's see, I got some of this. I'm gonna use this one. That didn't work out. found you again. Facebook knocked me off. Facebook acts crazy. You know who else is acting crazy, you guys? Chat, GBT. Because let me tell you, I was in the group chat for our new event coming up. Don't forget to bookmark those days, actually. And I was trying to make a post for the ladies to share on their pages with all their names, because there's so many people that we couldn't do all the profiles and all that stuff that we do. So I was just making one where they could put their names. It has all their names. And chat added everybody's name wrong. And then it was adding multiple names, the same people. And I'm just all like, chat, get it together, guy. Is he a guy? I think chat's a guy. I don't like this part right here because it looks, there's a piece of glue that's really thick. Well, yeah, chat was acting up. And Michelle tried to do one too, and it added, took off names that shouldn't have been taken off, and it was doing all kinds of weird stuff. All right, so now we're gonna come in and add our little greenery. I want this puffed out a little bit. Just play with it while it's drying, because once it gets a little bit drier, it's gonna start getting a little harder like this. So just play with it and maneuver your fabric the way you want. Got notebooks. I'm writing every one of my crafts, friends on my book, so I don't, yeah. You almost have to, because like, and then you start mixing up everybody's names. All right, so we're gonna come in with some greenery. And I like the little baby, oh no, guys, I need to get some more baby twilight. All I got left, little sad little bush. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add some of this in there. Old school is the way to go, right? So this is what I got going on. And then we're gonna come in with a little tag here. And I just wrote with my pen wheat bread, 25 cents on mine, but you guys could create a tag if you want. And I'm coming in with these grubby markers, acrylic markers. Distress Oxide's gonna age up my tag. Gonna wipe wheat bread. You're right, Lynn, says Lucy. Okay. There's a little tag. go ahead and come in with a little piece of twine and tack that in. Top, I'm going to make a cute little bow, and then we'll add our little button in it. Where's my buttons? I brought them outside for this purpose. Well, we'll add a cute little button. And then you can even tack your bows where you want them to land. You want it to land in a certain spot. I do that. I tack them down. Guys, and there is our little bread. Hello, Deborah, my sweetness. I'm just gonna play with it a little bit. Alrighty, you guys. So then when I come in with my little cutting board, I did stamp that one. Oh, here it is. And all I did with this one, you guys can even come in with Mod Podge or use your coffee grubbiness to stain it. Let me just show you that one. We're just going to stain with our coffee grubs. And that way your board smells like cinnamon too. And I like to go around the edge. I'm going to go around the edge on the back. And then just lightly go in and up. So I got a little blend of, and be careful with the heat on these boards because they're a little bit heat. They're a little bit thin, so the heat might work them. Love it, Em. It looks real. Thank you, Misty. Looks yummy. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Crafty Ladybird. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and wipe that. Blend that into our piece. And then we're going to come in with our, let me go ahead and cap this before I forget about it and spill it everywhere. I'm going to come in with my Distress Oxide ink and black ink, and we're going to go around the piece. And this is just to add a little bit more definition to the piece. And I will go ahead and seal this one up with some dark wax, some wax. I don't know if I sealed that one up, but it might need to be sealed. And then I'm going to come in with my black. And my ink pad barely has any ink on it, so it's not gonna stain like a lot. You know what I mean? Okay, so got this going on. Now I want to put my little design in the center. I used a crockery stamp, but honestly, I don't know where I put that. So I think for this one, we'll just come in with a transfer from our little book here. This is the Potts transfer. There's some white ones right here too. And there's blue ones. I think we'll just come in with I think I'm just gonna do this one on the top. And we don't necessarily have, oh, let's do this one. We don't necessarily have to put all the transfer on. So if you want any of the IOD transfers, you guys, you can go ahead and check out that Julie's and Designs link on the top of my page. I'm gonna take off all this like extra filigree on the top. I don't really want it. Just simplify it a little bit. It's a little bit wet though. It's a little bit wet, you guys. So let's see how it does. A little bit of French cottage on this one, you guys. Alrighty. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and come in with my wax here and seal this up. Thank you, Lucy. You keeping warm? And with the little clear wax here, we're just going to go over the whole thing and seal that baby up. Okay, and lastly what I did is I went ahead and added just a little bow on the top. I think I stamped the handle just to give it a little bit of a design. Let me see if I have just a simple wording stamp. Added a little wording stamp. You like the transfer? Yeah, that's the Potts transfer. The traditional Potts transfer. It comes with like 3 sheets, I think, or 4 sheets actually. You put all these sheets of just labels. I love to use this one. One of my faves. Alright, let's go ahead and add a little bow here. I need to add the button and then this baby is done. Yeah, but where did I do it with the pie? Oh. And there you guys go. And then this is the one I did off camera, and then one already sold. So this one needs to dry thoroughly. I like how this one came out. You guys do that, you have your favorite piece. Like I said, every piece comes out different. So what do we think? Yes, try this and you guys let me know. I'm trying, sweetie. I'm freezing. And hubby's got a dot. Oh no, Jean. No snow. At least no snow. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Well, that was my craft for today, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's only on here for like 48 minutes, but you guys, it's a cute little craft for you guys all to try. So go out and who was it? Angie. Go ahead and message me, gal, so you can pick one, which one you want. And that's at Emily's Upcycled Home. Love it. All right, everybody. You guys have a beautiful day. Make sure you stay warm. Is it essential stencil? No, it's an IOD transfer, and you can use that affiliate link to Julie's Designs and Signs if you want those traditional pot transfers, you guys. You're welcome. Alrighty, everybody. You guys all have a beautiful day. Thank you for all the loves and the hearts you're sending up. Thanks for all the shares. Don't forget to check out that boutique for more items that I'll be listing. I'm trying to keep up with that. But check out, there's some vintage pieces in there too, and I know my vintage vibe is a little bit different, but yeah. But check it out. You guys might find something you like, and shipping is available. Yes, catch the beginning, Julie, to see how we did it. And you guys all have a beautiful Tuesday. So I should be back Thursday at 9, you guys. So everybody have a beautiful day. Bye, friends.